why is it that people are unfair to, he just dressed well. That time I now became conscious that anywhere I go within that town, my father will be reverend. There must be one of our church person or their children or one member where they see me. They will just they look where they go, where they enter. Oh, who is this person with you? So I decided, okay, it's time for me to be very careful. So I stopped any wrong association. I don't get any girlfriend, any friend for class female, na classy M. I was not paid for almost 8 years. They hear my voice on radio. Shingbai, I know the salary, not because the station refused to pay me. They said there's no opening. I forced my way based on, I know LD, now my boss then, head of pro. I tell her, say, Baba, now my life with this, I go die if I know the radio. And now my life with this, so. Do you guys know that they knocked me come up for Polytechnic? There's waft me.
No, but how? All this your structure, all this your...
Baba, I was waft.
You know, that time while I was in school, there's this song we used to sing as we we're coming up. You know the song. Should I sing the song now? Okay, listen. The day is bright, as bright and fair. Oh, happy day. Sing along. The day of joy. Let's go. The day is bright. Okay.
It's bright and fair. Oh, happy day of joy. Mama,
I was looking for that part, ladies and gentlemen. I did not say this. You're welcome to another very engaging episode. Still going to be very entertaining as well. It is Beyond the Bricks on Eastern Showcase. I'm called VJ Fresh, the inimitable, the only kind in mankind. And of course, I've got my co-host here, always ready to dig in. Architect Ifeanyi. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Now, it's a bright day, no doubt.
Yeah.
Vitamin C is here. We know him as Charles Baridan, right?
Yep.
Vitamin C.
Yep.
The God voice.
Yep. The VC of the airwaves.
Okay.
At least for now. Those are the aliases I have.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Let's take it like that. Good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you.
It's good to be here. Ifeanyi, it's good to be here.
Yeah. You came all announced, you know. They were like, okay, now vitamin C is going to be there. Then it's going to be hot. I was like, come on. Vitamin C is just going to enjoy himself.
I beg. You know, we've come a long way. Yeah, we do virtually the same thing. Okay. Like now you sing too. You see, you have a voice.
I don't want you.
Wow, that's a very nice voice. It's not cracked like formal.
No, well,
yeah.
No, we're talking about voice. You have a song already written. But before we get into all of that, let's start from here.
Okay.
Vitamin C.
Yep.
It's time to tell your story. You know, Beyond the Bricks is basically about digging what people don't know about you.
Okay.
Right? Now they know so much about you, which we are understanding. Please give us those privileged information. How we all started. Let's talk about that a bit.
All right. So, well, for now, in 2026, as a music artist, I'm an upcoming artist. So just take it like that. Forget these white beards you see here. Children even do that.
Try believe.
Yeah, some say I'm an OG, but I age backwards. So this doesn't mean a thing. So
you could fit it for
young and old do have it. So if Jay-Z could leave that kind of funny dreads and now lose it up and leave fro while he performed in Philadelphia in the Roots Outdoor Carnival, then Jay-Z is he's in his 50s, but he's a Gen Z. I am an upcoming Gen Z artist. So back to the beginning. Well, yeah, there's before they knew me on stage as a musician in Port Harcourt in River State, then on Bielsa and some other neighbor. And let me just say the Southern Pasture. Then I had a story way back. You know, you must have your first time that people see you on stage, on the big stage, which is your debut performance.
Yeah.
But behind that, there have been behind the scenes.
Okay.
So let me put it straight. I sing. I'm a singer. I'm an artist. I also play the drums and percussion as instrumentalists, but I don't play guitar and strings yet. So I know timing and beats and melody. I can sing on key.
Okay.
Then I also am a public speaker. I'm one who compares events. We do it together. Most events when we meet here, he's always busy in his own. I'm busy on my own. So then what pays me, my 9 to 5, is that I am a radio presenter. in one of the leading stations in Nigeria, but in Port Harcourt. So I present on radio 4 times in a week. I have 3 days off. Then that's how my contract is. So, but I'm a full staff. So I get paid at the month end. So
bet.
so some people know me as a radio person. On radio, my brand name everywhere is Vitamin C. Vitamin, let me explain what that means. Some people think it is associated to the white or the pink tablets. But I said no. Mine, the C is Charles. Vita means lively. It's a Latin word that means life. So I was able to, while studying back in the university, biology. So I saw that, okay, if vita means a Latin word that means life, then I coined vitamin to be lively, then the C is Charles. Lively Charles. That's what it means. Because I noticed that from childhood, from home, from primary, secondary, university, and everywhere I go, I seem to be the live wire of a gathering. So I always make sure people are happy, people are vibing. So there's no dull moment where I am. So I basically give joy to some friends. They say, oh boy, what did they happen now? We'll never hear from you today. What did they happen? Kind of. But there are times when I'm quiet. I'm not moody. I'm not depressed. I don't have mood swings or bipolar. But I just choose to be quiet. You can't be talking always. True. And then some people in class, then in secondary, like, bro, what's in the happen? Are you angry? I said, no. Are you vexed? No. But today you're quiet. I said, well, that's the way I want to be today. But I realized that people prefer the vibes more than just being too serious. So that's how I find my way. I get along with people a lot. Even the ones people see as very difficult to penetrate. Some will wonder, oh, well, this person difficult. How do they use relate to that? I know they feel that this one I can't stand it. I'm like, well, I associate with people and bring the best in them. I avoid doing what they don't like, what pisses them off.
You've been very careful.
So with all this I've said now, it shows you that I am multi-talented, but they're all within the circumference of entertainment.
Welcome.
So you can see me MC today. You can see me performing music. You can see me, I'm on radio interviewing, talking politics or entertainment or religious. On Sunday, I'm the Pastor Charles on radio in the morning. So some be like, oh, I need to come to your church. I'm like, I'm a Christian. I'm a preacher's son, but I don't want to head a church. I just want to just say what is right on social media.
Preacher's son.
On radio, yeah.
Yes, that's
preacher.
That is a pastor.
Assemblies of God, Reverend, Assemblies of God. Well, you don't know.
Now that your man is from
Baba, we were 8 children.
Okay.
5 males, 3 females, from one mother, one father. Those days, our moms they believe in pushing, they say born like Hebrew children.
Okay, like
Hebrew women.
They keep
thank you, Hebrew women. So because they don't believe in CS.
Okay.
No matter the labor, 1, 2 days, 3 days, most, they will push that child. So 8 children. I'm a twin even. My twin is a female. We are not identical. We're fraternal. Maybe if she was a male or I was a female, we'll be identical.
Okay.
So if we stay, you will not know that we're twins because I'm way taller, bigger,
and she's
mature. She's on this. She would think that she's my younger one. So a preacher's son, we live in the church premises.
Oh, okay.
This one, Reverend, they, as a church is here, the fence around, then they have what they call personage.
Okay.
So that you can easily be accessed as a senior reverend. No private time no day for visitation. Members can come anytime in the morning as they break, any day except Sundays, that church one morning. So we believe then in church, you start Sunday school from 8 o'clock till as the Spirit leads. You can close by 1, 2, 3 p.m. and then come back for evening service. So we did set example.
Yeah.
So I knew all this.
So were there times you have to set a bad example?
Well, the thing is, one thing I should say here, which is true, is that human beings will be human beings. So people should not be expecting that because someone be reverend, pastor, Pekin, you are an angel. Okay. You don't have blood flowing through you. Okay. You do not have the urge to respond to the natural stimulus that the life and the process of growth has put in our genes. Okay. For instance, from childhood to teenage, that teenage is seen as a period of storm and stress.
Okay.
You must start having puberty experiences. Growth of hair, and maybe men, deep voice. You just wake up one morning, your voice don't deep. You will see armpit hair and pubic hair. These are, by then for females, they know they start growing body parts and they're experiencing the monthly flow.
Yeah.
These are natural things that should happen. And that's why in psychology and biology it's called the period of storm and stress, because you'll be experiencing things, changes in your body that will make you want to either react negatively or positively. Now, some people can derail during that period. They get pregnant for females, teenage pregnancies, they explore sexual explorations, guys who get girls pregnant and stuff. But I didn't do all of that. Me and my siblings never got caught up in that way. But just because, although, off record, my dad, bless her memory, never knew. My mom, till now, she's 76. She's in my house for some days now. So she doesn't know that I actually sinned against God.
One thing led to the other.
She'll never know. Unless she sees this podcast. I know you guys are ready to betray me. No,
let's go. At this point, you can deal with it. She cannot do.
No, of course, I'm an adult. Am I not close to 50 now? What's happening? So, but see what the thing is. In growing up as a child of a reverend, you will be faced by criticisms. They will always say that time, see Pastor speaking, and see us in here, and they doing style. That time, everything matters. You dress well, they will say you're worldly.
You don't
Baba,
I wanted to come in at this point.
Okay.
How did all this criticism, perspective of a pastor's child, how did it affect and mold their life?
Okay, it affected me positively because I come from a good home where my parents, let me be honest, my parents never ever fought each other, quarreled verbally, abused themselves.
I can relate.
Never.
I can relate.
The only worst thing that happened is I was growing up now. I didn't know I was stubborn. You see all these glove with a lantern, it break from my hand tire. Not inadvertently. My mom, no electricity. That time on NEPA now. NEPA don't go, okay, light, not candles. So now that glove, I don't know if people know that thing again. Or just that glass, or just carry legs, sit down like carry leg, hold the butt base, raise the up like this, then bring clean, wash them well. Then when I use tissue paper to clean it, as I put it back, maybe mistakenly decided I should have been down. I put it up. So once as it click, boom, it just break. My mom just had try the flogging her. Just carry cane. My mom, woman. She did whip.
Nonsense more for your grace.
Well, she told us that
spend all the rod
and spoil the child.
Yes. So being preachers, we knew that look, Eli's children misbehaved because they were
and there was no correction.
At the end, the man committed suicide, fell off backwards and died. So as we now knew that all this flogging, our mother loves us. She's correcting us in love. So never did I think that she was wicked. But the moment I just misbehave, glass break, food flags break, breakable plates. Because of me, my mom started buying metallic flat plates for everyone. No more fancy plates because it must break. Breakable glass, plastic cup now. So that was growing up. So I grew up from a strict home.
Okay.
I didn't see any negative thing I did or my siblings. It wasn't from my family, it was from outside. But thank God I did not join a confraternity, like what they say, runs. I was surrounded by friends who in class who were all in that. So, but I just decided to structure my life to classrooms. Then after lecture, I go off camp, my home in the daytime. I let them move for night. I can go to fellowship in the evening.
Okay.
I don't go to clubs then in school, the polytechnic then, even in the university. I don't go to their parties so that I don't go to bars where they are. So they only see me in class in the day and see me go to fellowship. And then off camp, I go my house. And where I stay is a place that none of their camp or they always stay. So I tried to avoid all of
You
that
avoided
because
them totally.
I didn't want. I knew that yes, when you're in this, you have privileges. Sometimes you'll be protected. They will want to. You will not be scared. But I knew that one day, only you go waka.
No be lie.
You might walk and see your enemies, and they'll say, "Hey, see that guy? Now one of them." Before you know, they use you set example. So I was in. Me and my siblings never did. But now back to. I was. Do you guys know that they knocked me come up for Polytechnic? Then waft me.
No, but how? With all this your structure, all this your.
Baba, I was waft.
Who does that? How it happen?
Now, before I say that, let me answer that thing you said, how it's structured,
Yeah.
all this criticism as a pastor's child.
Okay.
This thing initially got to me like, why is it that people are unfair to, he just dressed well. That time, I now became conscious that anywhere I go within that town, my father will be reverend. There must be one of our church person or their children or one member where they see me. They go just they look where they go, where they enter. Oh, who is this person with you? So I decided, okay, it's time for me to be very careful. So I stopped any wrong association. I don't get any girlfriend, any friend for class female, na classy end. So I did that till I was done with the Polytechnic and we were transferred from that place. Then I became an adult. Then I started living my life. So what I did was to now convert the negative vibrations.
Okay.
I used it to motivate myself to be extra careful with my dealings and movements so I will not be caught wanting. Because it's different when you know that you're not cheating. Like when I newly got married then, 2019. To show that I know one problem for relationship, for marriage. 6 months before I married, Baba, I stopped every relationship. Not communication with the talk on the surface. Hi, hello, how far? But I stopped doking any girl.
Okay.
Well, it's a code word now.
No,
I know you know.
we can do, so can relate.
Well, even if, okay, let me use the religious term. I stopped having carnal knowledge.
Okay.
Of females. Now, ironically, I'm from Ghana and I have knowledge.
And you're from Ogoni. Kana in Ogoni.
Carnal knowledge. Bro, that thing just went over your head. I know. So, but me, I stopped having carnal knowledge of females because all of them knew they were my friends. I always spell out things. I don't go lying to a girl. I want to marry you, talk big talk so that we will date and sleep. No, I always spell it out. I'm not ready for marriage.
I want to do here be this.
As I did here like this, if you pity me, say I did single. You want date me, more they date too, but I'm not ready for marriage. So at the end of the day, after a while, the person will like you.
True there.
When I go run things.
Normal.
So she knows already no be marriage. She can have her own later, but she still like me.
Yes.
So I stopped every relationship till 6 months time when I proposed marriage and she accepted, we married. So what I did now, Baba, she has my password. Wow. When I come back, she did with my phone. So I'm not afraid. I can sleep up till midnight, 12 of us sleep. I carry my phone, wake up, go charge. I had no fear. Nobody will say, hey, babe, how far now? Let's meet. There was nothing. She tried. She rather even went to my old, before we married, my old Facebook inbox messages. I was seeing, who is this one that I'm chatting with? I say, you've been there my life that time. You know them my life. See the year.
That one will come out.
See the year. Me and this one know they talk again.
But you're actually very, what would I say, transparent enough.
Bro, I believe
me and you know, say, even now, then time, okay, let's be candid now. Let's be candid now. Let's just ask my boss now, because my boss is one of our senior brothers in the marital world. He never come, but you don't need there. Boss, please tell us the truth, sir. Your wife will check your phone.
Well, this thing is common with women.
Okay.
And I know when, so it's just a similar thing.
Okay.
Before I got married, from the January of 2014, I purged myself of any other relationship. We got married around November 2014.
Okay.
And she checked too. There was one funny one she told me.
Like you didn't voluntarily phone.
No, I didn't put password. So because I was open too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember one she told me. She told me that one of their old girlfriend chatted and said So you now went and married now. She now replied, yes, because she's more beautiful than you.
She even helped you save you this stress.
You understand? And that one did not reply, did not call, and that ended it.
She ended it that way. She helped it.
So she later told me that this is what I did though.
Okay.
See, una know
So
the
now,
tire.
That being said,
See, but that shows that we here represent the few men
okay,
in Nigeria that are transparent.
good. Yeah. That's what I was talking about, because we know 80% of the men in Nigeria their wives can't check their phones.
Who are you?
Never.
They will never.
Ha! How?
You see,
they won't break home. What are you looking for in my phone?
Yes.
And
Yes.
yes.
You know, is sometimes it's just this a kind of mentality. You know, this thing starts from mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say a woman cannot check my phone, and we believe that it's a negative one anyway.
Yeah.
That man know they chop one soup.
Yeah. I see.
Then meanwhile, if you look at it, it's not right. It's negative. Purely negative.
It is, because how would you feel if you say men are naturally polygamous? If that theory people say, then put yourself in the woman's shoes. She's with you.
She can equally be
naturally
polygamous.
as fine as she is now, and somebody else is helping you out behind owner.
How would you feel?
And you find out if you're okay with it. Okay, then maybe that's a mutual understanding, an open relationship.
So let's.
But I know most Nigerian men. See,
no, you can't. They can't take it.
See, I was with my guys. They're all married. As we were some years ago, we're just talking. For certain reasons, I just brought this topic up about transparency and being honest to each other. Would you allow your partner check your phone? You check her own. Say, bro, for waiting now. These are for waiting.
Go on here.
The next thing, the guys, only for me to bring that, they now said, I won't mention names. They're in Port Harcourt. They're popular people. They're my guys. They said, oh boy, it's a man's world that men are polygamous in nature. I marry you, I love you, I take care of you. That after years, they could just do one thing somewhere. I said, okay, just picture that your own beautiful wife too will do the same. They said, don't talk that thing. Don't talk. I said, no, I'm talking. Imagine that another correct guy with this somewhere, way younger, finer than you, and maybe God bless him down there, heavy than you, like my hand. Then you don't even get money. You don't even get money. You don't get money. Your money now, your woman, your wife, they use service him as sugar mommy. Then the guy will come, they can't lose her clothes. They say, oh, I could just steal the man. So now imagine, say she they think about you. Another girl, they undress you.
You get.
So, but you see, that's when I knew that most Nigerian men are very jealous.
Very, very jealous.
Very jealous.
I was able to handle
all that
stuff. It did not deter me, even when I was kicked out of my polytechnic. Not because I was a bad guy. I was one of the brilliant students. I was making A's and B's. The worst is C's. But what happened was, bro, 1998, I'm not going to forget that year. I did remedial, crossed over to year one, ND1, mechanical engineering. Now, my dad gave me school fees was like 5,000, not up to 6K that time. School fees. Bro, do you know that the only thing my dad, I had one of his cars.
Okay.
Because we're not staying in the same. I was in Bori, former Polytechnic, now Kensaro Polytechnic. This thing, a lot of you watching it now, that were my classmates in mechanical engineering, then mech engine. You know this story. I was very popular in class because of, I sit at the front. I won one of the A, B students. But for certain reasons, I needed money for pocket money. So my dad, at this little missionary church, they put him there with large family, was only able to give me my school fees. I had one of his cars in school, so I could be moving around, fueling. I use it for, sometimes I do some business, fuel selling that time.
Yeah.
I'll buy petrol, full tank, sell rubbers to make some money. So that time, it wasn't working, so I was broke. I had to start pinching my school fees money. So as I pinched it, hoping that I will replace and pay before exam.
Okay.
More things go hard. That time they catch you with rubber of fuel selling, they will arrest you in River State. They must arrest you. They will lock you up. Not now that people are displaying petrol on the road. They even do you like this, do like you don't get mine. Everything was spoiled. At that time, 98. So it was so hard that I could not really sell any fuel rubber. So that period of time, as I know pay school fees, exam come reach. Second semester exam. Baba, even if I get math number, the second semester you must produce, and the task force then in our hall, they move in an hour, 2 hours exam, they will move like 6 times. If you like run, come back. If you come back, they catch you. May you just get your math number, you're finished. They'll seize your paper, you know go write till you know go write exam till you produce receipt that you paid. Then you come and write the rest, or you find a way go write. So that was how anytime they come, I go jack them off for class with my time. Before you go, I go to peep. GSM no did that time, so no way to call anybody. You go peep in again, no more. These guys don't come out as you sneak in. Before you know, lecturer don't they watch there, you can't enter. And I cannot write exam outside. So that I will just put myself right to sneak and back, they don't take attendance. And the man hold the list. So that was how all my 8 courses I outside now that they run. So by the time after the exam, they now collated my first semester and second. So the good grades, B's, A, B's, and C's, they divided it over 2, which 0 for second semester. So I know if you cross to go to year 2.
Balance up.
That was how they just flashed me as people who are waft. So everybody do, once they come look the result, they find my own. When they find out, they'll look at my own. Everybody just knew. So I now took my dad. I went to him as a prodigal son. Me, I'm always honest. I went and just apologized to my dad. I've disappointed him. I know, but I will take it upon myself. I'll come back home. I'm going to make sure
I'll put your acts together.
I study, go back, write jam, and I'll get to university. So I stayed at home for 2 years. Those years excruciating. Do you know what it means that you're like 20, 24, 25. You were supposed to have been advancing. Now you come back home, the same routine. Morning prayer, early morning 5. In the morning, early in the morning. I don't know how all the houses they have a routine.
Yes.
Good morning, Jesus. Good morning. I know his name. After that, we'll pray finish. I should just finish prayer like 1 hour, daybreak, past 6. I'll now go sweep everywhere, parlor, outside, bedroom, then mop everywhere. Then I'll go to the back and fetch water full all the drums, everything. Then later I bathe. After eating by 12 or 11, I'm free. I enter my room, study, read books. That was when I read books in my life. That was when I was motivated to be who I am today. I now took the pains and said, that look, like gold, you have to pass through fire to come out refined. You see, people just see this gold and they wear this carat and stuff. If you know the heat process that gold goes through to come out purified. So I now knew that this thing I'm doing, I failed, but I'll bounce back. 2 years later, I bought jam form. I went to write WAEC, finish. If you see the experience, I now use write WAEC, get A, even for chemistry.
Because you've been there before.
Maths. I use that mechanical engineering for polytechnic. Finish. It can't be primary science.
Science for you.
So as I finished that, almost I started putting for university. Then I now studied instead of going for science. I knew my weakness: calculus and differentiation with mechanics. Baba. See, I did like this. They look how you gonna calculate iron from this angle to this angle, then find X of this one. Why are you looking for X? What do you concern me with my X?
X don't go now.
But you know, this, calls us to the kind of the academic or the schooling we have in Nigeria. If it's in a serious country, a serious place, why you couldn't pay your school fees? The school authority should have called you.
Yeah.
And know why. You did well in the first semester. And now what is going on? Is it that your parents couldn't pay your school fees?
Or something.
Or what? And if they discover they can now help you out, either by counseling or
letting you to write.
Then sort it out later.
Yes.
So I don't know how we can, I believe it's still happening.
It's happening.
Everybody is just on their own, suffering, and with the poor education,
They can't say it. They don't
with
want
the
the platform to
poor,
talk about
with
it.
the
And you
poor
just
quality
said,
of education they render to Nigerians.
mm,
Equally, they suffer the people to even get that poor education, which is, I know some of my friends that went abroad to study, and they tell you their experience. They say, oh boy, now here be school. Oh.
Like there,
No,
with
no,
the-
no stress, no mental stress.
Nigeria
No
is
mental
stress.
stress.
and they excel better because we will jam pack 8, 9, 10 courses in one
You know,
semester.
a lecturer will come into a class and, you know, teaches more than a minute that he was supposed to teach. He or she will be begging, apologizing for taking their time.
Well, here,
But here, if you stand up, even while it's 2 hours past
next time
if you stand up, you
You
fed
know
up.
your maths number,
Yes.
you fail.
So that it has more to tell about our education system.
True. So now these are the background, but let me come to how I got into being known as a musician. So after all this crisis, I was able to form a group in school then. Then while Robinson, Tuka, myself, we now formed a male trio gospel group known as VOP then. So we now started rehearsing songs. Robinson brought one of his own songs and we fine-tuned and put verses on it and a short rap.
Mm.
And that song became our hit song, which took us to Lagos, and Foster Zeno produced it. Then Foster Zeno is somebody who has done song for all the big names. Then D'banj, Two-Face, Tiwa, P-Square, Reddy. P-Square were his main guys. All those hit songs P-Square did, they shut down from Jos.
Yeah.
They came from Jos to Lagos, shut down the studio for 2 weeks, did Get Squared,
Mm.
the whole album. Produced it there, mixed mastered by Foster Zeno. It was after when they started breaking up as solo. That was when they now left Foster, now went into something else, not production. So all these people had worked. Just check Foster Zeno, you will see his profile. So he was our big brother. We just met him some years ago in Lagos. Never from anywhere. We just told him we're from Niger Delta. 3 of us, we came to Lagos. We heard his mix and mastering that is bad. That time a tape, then they use on CD now. They go narrow, they produce thousands, they come sell CD. Foster just liked our harmonies and VOP. That time, Nana we yo, Wado Kegane, Nana we yo, Boma Inerela. So when he heard our harmonies, say, yo, these guys, you guys are, you're like plantation boys. Man, these guys, you're good. So we were also meeting Two-Face, Blackface, and Face, plantation boys, when they finish all night recording, sleep for studio, come out. Ooh, they come for daytime with Foster. Nelson Brown was their manager and producer, so he would do all night with them. Then when he's leaving, Foster is taking over the same studio. We'll come in, VOP, and they say, oh, man, we just shake Two-Face and just say, oh, guys, how far? They say Blackface, Face, but they don't know us. Who know them? So that was how we did and came back, promoted the song. We knew it then. Then we now did a video with DJ T.
Yeah.
DJ T killed that video. He showed us Tongolo, D'banj, and Don Jazzy. Make I tell them the cocoa, yeah. Man.
He also
If I
shot that-
tell them the cocoa, he showed us. He said if we get 1 million,
Go
he go shoot that video. He said these guys are coming from London. These guys are Nigerian. They will go finish Nigeria entertainment. When we came back with Taka, you know which one here, the branch and dominate now.
Lie.
We now told you that guy, now, we beg and making shoot. So we only had like 400K that time. So we now gave him 400. Apart from our logistics and everything, we spent almost 700. We had a sponsor then. That was how we shot that video, brought it here. It played it well in TV stations, in RSTV and that. But because it's not like now, we had to go back to university, finish our course. I was kicked out. The rest finished. So Robinson went to broadcasting. I went to Imo State University, studied psychology and communication. I came back. Then I started attaching myself with Rhythm, a radio station, and did some other things, some other stations before I was absorbed after a few years of freelancing, but they saw my seriousness.
Yeah.
Now, I was not paid for almost 8 years. They hear my voice on radio.
Lie.
Shingbang, I know the salary. Not because the station refused to pay me. They said there is no opening. I forced my way based on I know LD. Now my boss then, head of pro. I tell her, say, Baba, now my life with this, I go die if I know the radio. And now my life with this. So LD said that 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I was always on his neck. And I was always coming. You know, said, you know what, this guy, man, you jabroni, you're disturbing me. Okay, follow me and be anchoring, co-anchor. He said I should come by 8 a.m. I now heard that he starts from 5:30 at the Yaram for radio. At that time, I listened. See, I listened to radio for over a year, from morning to night. I know who is on Monday, Tuesday. That's how, because I knew what I wanted. So I had to study the process and listen. So I now knew the system from outside. So when I came,
it was like a walkover.
This guy was shocked to see me. One of those is 5:30 a.m. He saw me at the reception, said, yo, jabroni. The jabroni is a funny word he uses just within guys. He is the Rock, this WWE wrestler. That jabroni, it's not the course one, like, hey, fool. So he said, yo, jabroni. But, did you sleep in this reception? I said, no, I just came like 10 minutes ago. You came from Artillery Arubekwe to this place by 5 a.m. I said, yeah, I'm desperate about it. You think I'm joking? I want to be a presenter already. I said, okay. So I started coming by that 5 a.m. morning drive, 5:30. We do till 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Till I knew. See, this is the part that, for me, take this home. For those, the position I am now in life is not yet where I want to be. But it is way far from where I used to be.
True.
And this position I want to grow above, is a prayer point for millions of Nigerian youths. They want to be here where I am now. But me, I'm not satisfied. I want to go higher. But years ago, it was my prayer point. Do you know that I had to work for 8 years without salary till I knew that one day, as far as I'm good, they hear you every day.
So how were you feeling? How were you paying the fares?
Now, events, because I knew that there must be a reference point. When you say you go MC program, people refer you or you try to lobby for one.
Yeah.
They will say, do I know you? Who is that person? They say it's vitamin C. Oh, wait. Is it not this guy here on radio? I beg you, we don't have money to pay that. All those people on radio.
Yeah.
Then go, they too expensive. Bro. I only have 100K. I don't get 300 for that.
100K is a prayer point.
Every guy,
for just 4 hours, I go MC. I can't say, okay, just sprinkle 50,000, top down 100. I'll do it for you. This laugh say you're funny. It's a sprinkle. Say, I beg you, just help me. I say, okay, between us, I'll do it, sure. Say, no worry, I need to tell anybody. Say, I give you 100. Yeah, and that's so when I get that money, I will divide it into 3. I will save one where I no go touch. I go use one for logistics, that is for rainy days. Then the other one, I go use transportation for the office. So that was how I was holding up. And I knew that one day, people must resign. Then I go sack people. Yeah. Then the other one, which is a fact, but I didn't pray for that. Somebody go die. There must be space. As far as you attach yourself. And in media in Nigeria, they can't just there and call you like this.
No.
Except they lobby you from another station.
Yeah.
You have you're heavyweight. They negotiate with you.
And all that.
You have fan base. They negotiate, give you higher pay and negotiate. Then you go resign. Then come ahead. So, but apart from that, you have to come in through internship.
Yes, process.
Or there's a process. Study the in-house. When people don't hear your voice, they'll be hearing you. They'll now say, okay, this guy can handle a show after you do that. So that was what happened to me. And it took me all this. So I lost relationships because babe not ready for marriage. I never get steady source of income. I tell her, say, you can go. Guys, they worry you. Fast, we get money. Follow them. Me, I must get this job. Once I get steady source of income, even though na 0 naira first, I know say every month to solve something. But from that platform, I'll use it to establish relationship like teaching. And I can get appointments, I can get deals, I can get contracts. So that was how before salary, I was doing events. People they knew me because they hear you. Everywhere, all the jingles. They thought they were using my voice. They thought they were using my head. But they didn't know I knew that provided you're everywhere,
yeah.
they will see me read news, they will see me do gospel program, I'll do entertainment, I'll do politics. Before you know, I'm doing relationship, and I'm good at them too. Because I studied to make sure I should be jack of all trades, master of some, not all. Those few that I know, I did well. So that was the thing. Some people today, you see, I've realized recently that even my friends who have businesses, like people who sell cars, spare parts, shop, boutique, or fashion house, or something that they need to groom someone for a period of 2-3 years. They've told me that, bro, can you find some that it appears these young people are not willing to learn.
These ones,
they're not ready. Even photography studio, a friend of mine that has where I did my video, none of them are willing to. They just come. They will just go behind clients to collect your client to cheaper rates.
As you're saying this, something was just going through my mind. I just wanted to ask you this same thing you're saying now. In today's world, this generation, there's nothing like delayed gratification because that's exactly what it is. And today, there's nobody you will get. They will first place the payments, and then the quality of work will be very poor.
True.
And they will place the payment in front and see they will even charge you as one superstar. And then when you now give them the job to do, they mess up everything. How did we get there?
See, the thing is, it appears, if you look at it well, to be honest, the advent of social media has both helped and has made a lot of people very lazy, and they think life is all about that flashy thing you see there. All of them want to be like the superstars, not knowing that most of these people, they are just packaging a fake life. I've been around these people you see who are popular. Only a few that are living what they portray. Some hire cars.
A lot of times.
To go for events where they'll have to show up. Some, like we said, some people are close to fashion houses. So they know what they can hire, a particular attire, sample, give credit, or they pay for it for using it for a period of time or years. Some people, well, which is not bad. You see them, friends can gather, contribute rent, which is not bad, pay for an apartment, and each of them, they have access to the kitchen and parlor, but they have their own master bedrooms. That one is not a bad thing. But for me, the problem now is that most young people or this generation, they just feel life is easy. They want to be like the superstar. They don't want to go through the process or to know your story. So they just feel like, boy, they see the same way they don't have anything that is not, they have to think, read is boring. They have a short listening lifespan. That's why you see how many of these people now on social media make full sentences? They use abbreviations.
All the time, emojis.
And they're so bad that some of them cannot write a full letter, one paragraph with full sentence because they've not been using abbreviations. They don't know words. So this has eaten so deep now that you see someone will come to you. A woman was complaining to me some months ago. We had to sit down. She called me. She and her husband invested in a studio, photography, in video, heavy equipment. They came from abroad, came back to Port Harcourt, invested heavily in these things. And they started a podcast. I checked out their podcast. They're actually growing. He's a tech person. It's growing. But do you know that she hired one or two young presenters who claimed them both say them too much. They're professional.
Loud.
You know that, and they did not agree to the fee they could offer, so they stepped it off for them. Only for the first presentation, they now saw that one, the person cannot do any research to get topics for her show, which is not a live show; it's a recorded, and it'll be put on YouTube. She is the same person that will source for stories for this one, but she don't want that. So what am I paying you for? I thought she was just only relying on her beauty and the fact that she can talk. So at the end, that deal cut off. So she met me after like 2 months of paying, and the girl was only bent on getting her money. So at the end, she would come late, and she was no ethics. See, I'm poor. Comes 2 hours to her show. And even if people have all her aides, they have sought out things, scripted, done things, she will still stay and do.
CNN.
Yeah, I'm poor. She takes her job so seriously. She will come. She's a big woman, one of the most, apart from this other guy, Anderson Cooper, that is highly paid. Even though, see, that's why I say it's not by his ratings. Anderson Cooper's rating was higher than all of them in CNN. So, and he was doing the late night show that people are sleeping. A lot of people. Yet he's the highest paid because he's high. His ratings are high. Next to Aman Poor and the rest. So, but for me, I feel these young people, not all, there are many smart ones, but majority of them are not willing to learn, to be able to discipline themselves. They just stay, because before you know, they will not be coming again. They will just say,
a lot of times.
What excuse?
A lot. It's plenty of excuses. I'm sure, boss, you would have had a lot of experiences from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do.
A lot of times. But like you said, this is why we have Beyond the Bricks. So we can share stories and help this generation to improve on their way of life and how they see things generally.
True.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been worth the while talking to Vitamin C, but we can't leave Vitamin C without hearing what he's up with right now. There is a sound that is raving. Everyone is listening. Everyone is banging. I actually didn't sleep at night yesterday. I kept thinking. I kept flowing with the chorus and all that. Vitamin C.
Okay.
Let's talk about that sound a bit.
All right. Now, I decided to, after I've achieved the radio thing, which I will retire in radio that's what I would do and retire as a normal 9 to 5. Then other things, I still MC events. Now I know they're there everywhere. Now where my friends or people who can pay. Because I do things for my friends.
Yeah.
Now we. Then those who can pay. So I've gone beyond that time where I will be lobbying now. Say, okay, no pay me, make I just show myself. No. So apart from that, I went back to music because now I have a son, family, things. So I decided, okay, before I got another child, you see this music, now my life too, I'm not going to let them die. So what I did was being an OG in music, the ones who were choir director, too much vocals. This time the Afro beats, now more of beats and melodies with few words.
Yeah.
So I decided to work with some younger people, the producer, Dr. Roy, and then Precious Mark. So we just stay studio. I just say, okay, I need something like Makosa Afrobeat. I just put the beats. I play drums. So I gave the progression. So when Dr. Roy laid that, then Precious Mark, a songwriter and singer, I said, okay, I need a gospel but something like this. He now started laying the words. I said, yeah, so now with melody. As he now did it, I now studied it and voiced it. So he wrote the song.
Okay.
I performed it, but it's my song and produced by Dr. Roy. Now this is a song I'm promoting. It's on all digital platforms. Anywhere you search for it, whether Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, you will see it in your music. You will see it. My Way, Vitamin C.
My Way. Music. What do you expect?
Vitamin C, My Way. You will just see it pop off with my face like that.
How your face again? That again.
What I remove this? I was scared more hand. So this song, let me sing it.
Okay.
Yahweh, you don't do again, no. Oh, Yahweh, you don't do again, no. Oh, all of my problems you pack and throw away. Now you the blessed, they open my way. Now you the gifts, they do give away.
Chai.
Say you they bless, you they help, you they do, you they bust my pololo, bust my pololo. Hey, Yahweh, Yahweh. You don't do again. No.
I'm trying to catch up.
So when my little children, when there's all this was school, when they busting my pololo, busting my pololo.
Like you can't get along too now.
Yeah, so that's the song. The video is coming out soon.
It's a great song.
Yeah,
It's a great song. Yeah.
It's Afrobeat. It can be played in the club, in parties, in weddings.
In
And a kind of gospel song.
Yes, it's a gospel.
It's a gospel.
I just said, yeah, God, you don't do them again. All my problems, you pack and throw away. It doesn't mean problems won't come.
What's the title of the song?
It's My Way.
Right.
Vitamin C. That is VITAMIN. Then C. Then My Way. MYWAY. You will just see it everywhere.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a very good moment and, of course, engaging one with Vitamin C. You know what you call him. I know what I call him. You know what he is. And right now, you've heard his story. No doubt, most of you will have been informed one way or the other. And, of course, uplifted with his story to get better in your life. Okay. Don't forget, this, of course, Beyond the Bricks on Eastern Showcase. I'm called VJ Fresh, the inimitable, the only kind in mankind. And this podcast is proudly brought to you by Civil Shelters. Clock it. Okay, Engineer Ifeanyi, of course, an architect you are. It's time to say goodbye, right?
Yes, I really enjoyed our guest today, and especially the creativity in his name, the Vitamin C. The vital,
Lively Charles.
Lively Charles.
that's a very creative name. And ordinarily, when you hear this name, you think is the Vitamin C will take care. And now he has shedded more light on it. And it's very creative, and you are welcome. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for sharing all your experience, both being a pastor's child, going through school, frustrations, and all the rest of it. We are glad you shared this with us.
All right,
Thank
from
you.
us to you, keep conquering and, of course, live an advancement. Don't do drugs. Stay out of trouble. Remember, Jehovah is the only solution. So always stay prayerful. From me to you, it's bye for now.